Hi friends, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you my next part of my genre TBR thing, because I finished up reading all of the romances that I wanted to read, and it's taken me quite a while to get here, but I had a break from it for like a year and then went back to it randomly when I decided I wanted to get back to it, and now I'm ready to move on to the next category or genre. I just completed the romance genre and it went pretty well. I want to know if you want to hear about my thoughts about the books that I was reading for that, sort of a wrap-up style version of this, because I can definitely do that, but I don't want to do it if it's not something that anyone wants to watch. So let me know if you want to know that down below, and otherwise let's get into what I plan on reading next for the next genre, which genre I am planning on doing. And I decided to go for one of the bigger categories that I have this time. The biggest category is historical fiction, and that is, I'm waiting for that one until much later. But I also have fiction that is rather large, and I have contemporary that's rather large. Then there's young adult, which I know is not a genre, but it was how it was divided back in the day. So yeah, I want to do the contemporary genre this time around, and there's a couple of them I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be reading, but I have them on the TBR, and we'll probably try and get to them at some point and then make my decision about it as I go. So the first one here is a very popular one that I'm currently not sure if I'm going to be reading, but that's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is extremely popular, and the reason for me thinking of not picking it up is because of the very different type of reviews I've seen for it, and yeah, but we'll see. It's also extremely long, so it's definitely not going to be the first one I pick up. Then we have Any Dream Will Do by Debbie Macomber. I haven't read anything by this author, but I know she writes romances, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this is about. Then we have Autumn by Ali Smith. This I know is kind of a classic, or definitely something that I've seen a lot of people talk about, but I don't actually know what it's about. I know she's written both for a book like this for all seasons, I believe. So yeah. Then we have Before the Fall by Noah Hawley. I don't know. Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This is a thriller type book, I thought. Behold the Dreamers by Imbolo Mbu. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Then we have Do Not Become Alarmed by Mail Malloy. And then we have Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. This was definitely talked about a lot at some point. Then we have Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, which is definitely a pretty popular one. Then we have Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. Then we have History of Wolves by Emily Fridland. Then we have My Absolute Darling by Gabrielle Telland. And then we have My Name is Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Strout. Then we have Nutshell by Ian McEwan. We have Small Great Things by Jodi Picoult, who's an author I definitely have heard a lot of, but I've never read anything by her. Then we have A Soured, which obviously is the whole intent about this. All of the authors here are by some I've never read from before. Then we have A Sourdough by Robin Sloan. We have The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I would rather read The Secret Keeper, I think. Secret History. But this is the one that was on it. Then we have The Light We Lost by Jill Santopolo. Then we have The Nest by Cynthia Diaprex Sweeney. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Then we have The One by John Mars. And finally we have The Storied Life of A.J. Figgery by Gabrielle Seven. So those are all of the books that's on my TBR for the next genre, which obviously was contemporary, as I said. Let me know in the comments down below which books you're excited for me to read, and which ones you've read and thought you really enjoyed. And let me know in the comments down below if you want to hear about my journey with the romances. Definitely I can do that. So this was a pretty short video just talking about these. but I needed to have it up before I get into doing and filming my TBR for November, because I'm planning on adding a couple of these titles into that reading one. So yeah, and here's something in the background. That's because Nella is currently using the scratching post, so that's fine. Anyway, this is everything I have for today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.